it can always tends to shift back towards something positive and good and beneficial. Um, so, I mean, life and the world keep going regardless, right? They keep going. And it would be easier for it not to, and yet it does. And I think that says a lot about the universe itself and the construct of it, just in general.
Yes. Um, yes, I think that's when people always fall back onto, oh, it's the little things, it's sunrises and sunsets and, all this sort of thing that people seem to cling to in those moments that somehow they derive meaning. So
Well,
I've
you have
never
to,
quite understood that, but
and that's okay. Then that's your lesson. I mean, and again, it's up to all of us to decide what it is that we want to take from whatever experiences that we have, right? We can glean any lesson, anything that we wanted. That's the beautiful thing about the independence of being a conscious agent in the form in which we are as human beings, is that we can extract any meaning we want to from any situation, good or bad. And it really is up to us to be the judge and jury about all of those things. You can look at a negative situation and you can focus on those negative elements, or you can look for what it is that might be something positive that either comes from it or that is inherent within it. And I would tell you that if that you don't have to look too hard to see in almost every situation to see that there are benefits that could potentially arise from this, where I think you have to look a lot a lot harder to see in a real and tangible way. I mean, you can make up any fiction that you want to about any event and say, well, but and be negative about it. But I think that it's more of a stretch to do that than to say, and even in the worst possible circumstances, to look at something and say, I could see how, in the long run, as horrible as this might be, something good comes out of it. We learn from it and we evolve and we continue. And again, that's the nature. That's not just my optimism. And I am an optimist. I am a big time optimist. So I'll count that as a strike against me so far as the logic here per se. However, this is the pattern of the world. It is the pattern of nature. It is the pattern of evolution and science and just phenomena in general, is that it continues.